By the end of today's episode, you'll know some of the best and most trustworthy agents to go after. Welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we help aspiring screen actors find high-quality auditions, sign with great agents, and book major roles in legit productions. I'm your host, Martin Bentsen, and over the next couple of episodes, I'm going to outline some of the top US and international agencies that actors should aim to get represented by long-term. Some of them are for more established actors, and others are for a bit newer actors who are in the process of growing their careers. So you should have at least some credits and be generally experienced if you want a shot at getting represented by any of these agencies. Now, before we dive in, just keep in mind that I'm going to be talking a bit about both large and small agencies, right? So neither of these is technically better or worse than the other, but the larger agents usually have better connections and they can get their clients into roles for much bigger productions more easily. Now, of course, the downside with those major agencies, of course, besides that they only work with very experienced actors, is that they don't provide as much personalized attention and guidance as a smaller, like boutique style agency. So if you never had an agent before, or you're still relatively new to acting, well, the first thing to do, obviously, is build up some credits and experience, but then target the small agencies first, or even small developmental managers first. And then you can look for a larger agent a few years down the road once you've got more credits to your name and you can already say, hey, I've been represented in the past, which helps build that credibility. Now, just as a side note, if you are considering a manager instead of an agent, again, some managers can actually submit you for projects and they're more likely to work with newer actors, but not all managers do this. So I just recommend that you check with them before you sign anything to be sure what kind of support you're going to be getting, right? You don't want to sign with a manager if you're expecting them to submit you, and that's not something that they're able to do. Now, without further ado, let's dive right into some of the top most recommended acting agencies in no particular order. Okay, today I'm going to go over the first 5, and then I'm going to do a few more agencies over the next 2 episodes of this show. So the first one is called Avalon Artists Group. Okay, this company was founded by Craig Holzberg, and it's a full-service talent agency that's known for a bit more of a hands-on approach, and it's interested in developing long-term careers with their actors. So they want to work with people long-term. They have a strong presence in film and theater, and they've built a strong reputation for helping actors book roles in higher-profile productions across a large range of mediums, right? So the agency is very well regarded, particularly in New York theatrical settings. And it does do some film and TV, but it's a great choice for actors who are looking to break into Broadway or other prestigious stage productions. Now, this is a medium-sized agency, and they're currently, as of 2025, actively seeking new talent. So they frequently hold workshops in New York where they give actors the chance to get feedback on their portfolios and their monologues. And they also have an open submissions policy on their website, and you can just apply through there pretty easily. Now, again, while they do offer representation in film and TV, they are most strongly focused on New York theater. They typically represent a wide array of actors, but they've worked with actors who are featured in major projects like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, How to Get Away with Murder, and even Hamilton. And they represent actors across the United States, so not just in New York. They have offices both in New York City and in Los Angeles. So my take is, if you're serious about working in film, TV, and especially theater, including Broadway, then Avalon is definitely worth considering. The thing is, they tend to work with actors who already have a solid experience and credits background. And so it's generally better to apply once you're ready to compete at a higher level. Now, the next agency is called Buchwald, and it was founded in 1977 by Don Buchwald and has since grown into one of the most respected names in talent representation. It's known for high-profile clients and strong industry connections, and it's really a powerhouse when it comes to film, television, theater, commercials, and voiceover, and it's helped shape the careers of some of the biggest names in the industry. It's a large agency. It's not currently openly accepting submissions, right? So they typically sign by referral only, which means that you're going to need a direct introductions from someone that you already know. But they specialize in film, television, theater, commercial, and voiceover. Some people that they represent that you've probably heard of include Howard Stern, Angela Lansbury, Bryan Cranston, and Robert Forster. They represent actors throughout the entire United States, and they have offices in New York City and Los Angeles. So Buchwald has a lot of name recognition, right? It's a really well-known agency. So if you're represented by them, casting directors are going to take you more seriously. The thing is, again, they typically represent more established actors. So again, if you're still not very well established yet, if you've only got a few credits and have never had an agent before, then I do recommend focusing on some of the smaller agencies first, especially since they only consider actors through referrals. The next agency is called the Carson Kolker Organization. Carson Kolker has built a very strong reputation as the go-to agency for younger talent, especially kids and teen actors who are looking to break into film, TV, and Broadway. They have helped launch the careers of a lot of rising stars, and they are always looking for new actors, new faces who aren't already represented. They are committed to nurturing young actors, and they are a very trusted name in the business. They're a medium-sized agency, and they are also actively seeking new talent. Okay, they specifically are looking for kids and teens whose type isn't already represented on their roster, but they're also open to adults. Okay, they represent people in film, TV, and theater, and have represented name actors like Camila Mendes, Ayla Schwartz, who is in Frozen on Broadway, and Jawan M. Jackson from Ain't Too Proud on Broadway. Now, they primarily represent actors in New York and Los Angeles. They have offices in both cities. So my take is, if you're a young actor who's looking for an agent, Carson Kolker is definitely an agent that you should consider. They are actively seeking fresh faces, like I said earlier, and so it's a great option if you don't already have a long list of credits. Now, while they do specialize in kids and teens, they also work with adults as well. It's just a little bit more challenging to get represented by them if you're sort of outside of the teenage years, let's say. The next agency is called the Gersh Agency. This agency was founded a very long time ago, 1949. They've been around for a long, long time, and they have built a reputation as being a major player in the industry. They represent household names and also some rising stars who aren't that well known yet. They've been known for helping actors land career-defining roles, and they have a track record of signing talent before they become big names. Gersh has a really strong presence in film, TV, and theater. Now, they are a large agency, and they're not openly accepting submissions. As with some of the other agencies, they typically sign by referral only. And they represent actors like Tobey Maguire, who was in Spider-Man, Hayden Christensen, Adam Driver, Caitlin McGee, and even Natalie Paul. They also represent actors in Broadway productions like Hamilton and Pippin. They work with actors who are all across the United States, and they have offices in New York City and Los Angeles. So Gersh, again, this is a very highly sought after agency for specifically actors who are sort of at the upper level of starting to book bigger jobs. So they have a strong track record of helping talent land breakout roles. But since they only consider actors through referrals, it's obviously not the easiest agency to get into. So again, if you're just starting out or you've only had, let's say, one agent before, this is not like, you're not all the way to that level of booking consistent work as like guest star or above, then you should wait a bit and focus more on building that experience and look for some smaller agencies. Okay, this is a better agency for like your third or even fourth potential agency. So the next agency is Innovative Artists. So Innovative Artists was actually established in 1982, and it has grown into a respected agency with a strong presence in traditional and digital media. Right? Some agencies focus specifically just on film or theater, whereas Innovative Artists actually represents talents in commercials and voiceover and other online type of content. They have a very strong representation for being super selective with who they work with, but they're, again, very effective in getting roles for their clients. They are a medium-sized agency, and they're also not openly accepting submissions as of 2025. They typically sign by referral. They specialize in film, TV, theater, commercial, digital media, and also voiceover. They've represented a number of well-known actors, including Linda Hamilton, Colin Ford, Rachel Brosnahan, and they focus on actors who are based all across the United States. They have offices in New York City and Los Angeles. So my take is that Innovative Artists is a great agency for actors who are really serious about their careers and have a solid foundation of experience. While they do work with talent at a wide range of levels, including some newer actors, they generally prefer actors who have more experience and a really high quality demo reel. They also only take actors who have referrals, so you're going to need to do some networking and see whether anyone you know can connect you with one of their agents. Now remember, if you're looking for a legitimate non-scam agency, you should ideally aim for an agency that's SAG franchised and one that does not charge any fees to join, right? Agents should only take a percentage commission on the work that they get for you. Otherwise, it's most likely a scam. Thanks for listening today. I'm going to be covering some more of these well-respected and well-known agencies in the next episode and the one after that. Just going through this information, it's useful for you to be aware of this stuff. But if you want to dive deeper on agencies and representation, I actually recommend checking out a podcast that I did called Not Hearing Back from the Agents When You Submit to Them, Do This. That's episode number 101, right? So it's not just like an informational episode like this, it's actually got some actionable advice, and I dive deep on the specific mistakes that actors are making when they submit that could be causing agents to ignore them. Okay, again, that's episode number 101. It's called Not Hearing Back from Agents When You Submit, Do This, and it's on the Actors Career Compass. Lastly, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you can learn more about how that works on my website, martinbentsen.com. That's MartinBentsen. I'd love to speak with you, and we'll see if you'd be a good fit for the coaching program. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.